Hi, hello, it's Ching, and again, the weekend, Saturday, we try to record this week's lesson, next week's lesson on Saturday. We're going to go into no more tension or tightness in the biceps and the triceps. Why is okay, let's talk a little bit about biceps. The bicep, you have distal end and proximal. Same thing with the triceps, which in the back. Bicep, tricep brachial on the arm, the distal and the proximal. So I love this stretch I'm going to show you because it can take care of both and for the biceps. Now we'll show you another one sitting down for the tricep. You can do standing too, but sitting is probably a little safer and for the awareness, okay? Especially if you're just doing the first time. So why is the bicep so tight? Because especially the distal, because we're driving, we're computering, we're cooking, right? Play instrument, piano, we're walking, biking, right? Or you carry something heavy, you're gardening, this always bend because there's not much movement you can do this way, right? So the bicep got tighter, the distal special tighter and tighter, and we're not using this properly because we're not going up higher. And then in time, because start lifting weights, going crazy. So whatever we do during the life, right? Prolonged position, repetitive movement, constant doing this, chopping. So it's okay. We always try to find a balance. So how can you balance off is by taking care of them. How do you taking care of all the muscle you have? Is by stretching them properly, okay? And strengthen them properly so then you can use it. It's like bank account. I'm sorry. you feel like saving for the rainy day, right? Same thing with your body. If bank account is pretty good for you, you know you can spend, right? So if we don't take care of this bank here, our body, you can use it. If you want to use a lot, you have to turn around thinking, how can I make them better so I can use more often and without injure yourself? Okay. I love this one. Like I said, I'm turning the camera a little bit so I can use this counter here. Okay. So everybody have a counter at the kitchen. You can use them easily. Okay. We're going to start stretching the biceps brachial. So the distal biceps is bend your elbows, called flexion. The distal triceps does extension, does opposite, right? So we see with one action, you get equal opposite reaction. It's one action, you get equal opposite reaction. So if my elbow bend, this is stretched out, okay? That's why people come, especially the women, they love me to help them wake up the tricep because they're dangling a lot, right? So we're going to talk about that. Then next week, we're going to show you how to strengthen them. We have to stretch them out first, so range of motion is complete. Then we can use them to strengthen, okay? Don't strengthen the tight muscle again, right? It doesn't make any sense? No. You want to be healthy, strong muscle, not tight muscle, not loosey-goosey muscle, good flexibility. So it's really about the balance constantly, okay? So I'm used the countertop. I'm going to face you first to show you where your arm should be. When I reach him back, okay, I will have to reach him back to stretch this, right? Forwards now. So from here, I slide the scapula down. So my scapula is what? Which your shoulder. Your shoulders consist what? Scapula, humerus, and clavicle. I hope you know already. If not, you go back to I'll give you the end card for you to understand, to help you to understand. So now my scapula is neutral the whole time because why? I'm stretching my arm. I'm not going to use the elevate, protract, crazy stuff. Scapula stay home. So you don't create what? Neck tension. We'll also talk about that already, how to stretch out. So if I reach in back, your back is actually diagonal. See that? I reach my left arm back. This is it. If I want to point directly back, okay, I will have to rotate my body and then I can go directly back. Never do this, okay? You're hurting yourself. You can say, oh, that person behind you. No, you naturally, just think about it, right? So that person behind you, we rotate body already. You back out the car, right? You don't just do this. You go, right? Sometimes the guy's gonna movement to hug the passenger seat and looking back. You're getting the whole thoracic spine rotate, so now you can look directly back. And guess what? Now I have a camera, right? Just looking and see the camera. Everything made it easy for us. So we become what? We're not easy for the body anymore. We become lazy, right? We really need to know how to use the body. Okay, that's it. We're gonna start moving. Okay, so I'm gonna face in this way so you can see. You can see my arms diagonally. I'm gonna stand very, very close to your cabinetry, right? So right here. So my hands on top. I'm gonna bend both knees. If my right arm back, my right leg forward. So what? I create that opposition, right? So from here, I bend my knee first. I put my weight on my left leg. I lower that heel down. So this is part of the Qigong walking. So because you only do this if you put the heel down because you knee bent. If you're walking straight leg, I don't want to confuse you, so that's why I'll quickly explain this. But if you're walking, it's toe ball heel, okay? From here, very different. Nice to have choices. Now shift away and step back a little bit. So you can see my body is neutral, neutral pelvis, neutral rib cage, neutral shoulder, neutral head. Inhale, exhale, squeeze your glutes, hollow your tummy. First responder going down 1. So there are 2 stretch here. We're gonna do 6 first one. So this is the very first pattern with the palm down and reaching back. Inhale, exhale, hollow tummy. I get a real nice bonus. I'm stretching my hip flexor and the quadricep. So a lot of time my client coming and we do this, they go, oh my God, my leg. I say, yeah, it's a benefit. Inhale, exhale, go. It's a good side effect. Exhale, last one. Now I'm leaning forward to release that arm. I'm using this leg to bring the back leg and I return. See, the preparation and the recover are very important. That's part of the picture, okay? So now, let's do the second part, remember? So now I did with the palm down first. Now, how do you do palm up? Is medial rotate in that shoulder joint. So this one kind of target the long-headed bicep. So biceps mean there are 2 heads. And bicep also 2 joints, kind of tricky. But it's not tricky, it's really functional. So we're gonna know distal bend your elbow, proximal reach arm forward with the front deltoid. So from here, I'm gonna medial rotate. So I'm waking up the subscapulary, which is one of your rotator cuff, my front deltoid, and rotate medially, and your latissimus dorsi. Kind of weird, but it does do that. Latissimus dorsi and teres major. So how many muscles is making that movement happen? Okay, kind of like a relay, right? You're gonna grab hold. So now you rotate until your palms facing up without popping the shoulder, okay? Because why? We're stretching arm, not your scapula. So scapula says, I stay home. I know, because that's a job. That's a really important job. Okay, so now I'm gonna stand really close. I'm gonna set it up again. I bend both my knee. Can you see? I medial rotate, neutral spine. I'm pick up, right arm, right leg forward. Lower the heel down, shift weight forward, step back a little bit. You can see my heel, I'm getting a nice ketone tendon stretch. Inhale, exhale, 1. So this is my front. Exhale, 2. Hollow your tummy, 3. So if you feel the stretch already, don't go down more. Had nothing to do with going up and down. It's creating one opposition with the beautiful spiral movement. So you're gonna keep thinking that spiral, hollow your tummy, body upright. And exhale, squeeze your glutes, first respond the quadricep. And exhale, so many movement happen. Shift your weight forward, release your arm. And step up and return. Okay? So it's kind of like a dance, right? So everything's flow together. So I call all this meditation because your mind cannot go away, okay? So it's called a multitask. Think about the pilot, right? If you have to fly that airplane, you can't look at one instrument only. There are tons of them. take the airplane. Oh, the weather is not good. There's every time, there's so much changing right here. So you have to stay focused for a long time. But you know how to focus. It's not get rid of stuff. So gamma, right? We call delta, theta, alpha, right? Beta and gamma, different stage of your brain cell, right? The brain EEG, right? So you brain waves, right? How many thoughts going through hertz? How many thoughts going through each second? So I want you, anytime you learn something, you are gamma. There's a lot of information. You have to absorb to what memorize and make into one, right? Remember, flying the airplane is one thing, but many things. So don't say, I can't, I don't want to think. No, when you do one thing very well, right? Women making a nice dinner. If you do one thing very well, there's many things. There's a lot of prep for when you're cooking too, right? You prep everything, the spice, how much, and then you start cooking part is very fast. Stir fry, done. And then add the sauce, all that stuff. Then you make everything together. You make a lasagna, whatever, and with vegetable. You put it together, you put it in the oven, you're done. So the cooking is easy, the prep is hard. Same thing with exercise, okay? So you think what you're going to do. Get this in. So now I'm going to do the other side so you can see the leg. I'm really close. I open right there, not there. Scap is not moving. So don't compromise by popping the scapula up. I'm going to bend both knees, so it's left arm back, left leg forward. I shift my weight to my right leg. I softly put the heel forward and adjust the back leg, right? I can push the heel against, it would be great. Inhale, I'm stretching your toes, right? Inhale, exhale, squeeze your glutes. Can you see that hip flexor and quadricep stretch? Hollow tummy 2. It's actually quadricep strengthening because it's called eccentric contract right now. It's 3. Hollow tummy 4. You can put your hands on the tummy, make sure your first responder is working, and go. So never go wishful thinking. That looks so bad, right? So call it wishful thinking. And exhale. And feel all the muscle, your arms on the side, or hang on to the first responder so you can feel your pelvis upright. Not there, not there, not popping the rib cage, and stick your head out, right? So now I'm shift my weight forward, relax the arm, and step forward. So that's the first part. Now we start again, okay? If you're really good, you just rotate the arm back. You don't have to come back. But a lot of time, because if you knew this quadriceps is going to talk to you, say, I need a little break before you do the second one. That's why I do it twice, okay? So ready? You medial rotate, right? You medial rotate, reaching, that's your back when you're facing front. Don't exaggerate, right? I'm going really close to and bend your knee. The left arm back, left leg forward. So you ready? Slowly shift your weight. Step back. Okay, engage your dumbbell. Inhale. Squeeze your glutes. Hollow tummy. 1. It's not about how low you go to 2. Keep open that left shoulder. 3. And looking straight forward. 4. So your arm can be side. Can reach into that knee and to the floor. 2 more times. Exhale, hollow your tummy. And exhale. I'm going to lean forward to release that arm. I say, oh, thank you. And step forward. Don't fall. And return. So that's a really quick, easy way to stretch the distal and the proximal portion of your biceps. Okay? And now, what about triceps? I can do here standing, but if your first time for you, you need to sit down, okay? Because it's easier for you to what? Stabilize your torso, okay? So I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. So you see I have a bench here so we can sit, okay? I'm going to do twice. I'm going to do twice, right arm and left arm. So the first one I do is facing you. Now I'll turn around, you can see the back, okay? So I'm going to start with my right. You can see I'm always sit round my sit bone toward the front of the seat. Doesn't matter which chair you have. I use the bench so you can see my arm better when I turn around. I engage in my down dog. When I look down, I see my toes. Remember, the preparation is so important. You don't want to sit here and starting, okay? Because you didn't pay attention, and which is not so good. And you ready? I'm gonna reach my right arm up because as soon as I bend my elbow, I stretch the tricep already. But I really want to get to that, right? The proximal portion tricep connect to your scapula actually, which we'll call the long head. So you have short head, long head, and medial portion. We're gonna stretch them out. So here we go. Upper rotate the scapula, laterally rotate, bend your elbow. My middle finger touch the spine. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna do the same thing here. Up rotate scapula, laterally rotate. Can you see I spiral up and bend my elbow, grab hold of the tip here. Exhale, I'm gonna drop my head forward a little bit and cross my arm and release all the way down. Laterally rotate, comes in, exhale 2, and release both arms. Okay, you ready? So it's a lot of movement. And exhale 3. Why? We want to do a lot of movement while pumping the blood. And exhale, getting that blood circulation and warming up the muscles and return. And so this color, right, with friction. Movement is friction, creating the friction, and we're also charging up the energy because muscle, fascia, and fat, right, good, positive, like a battery, right, positive and negative, and return. One more time. So I reach into my spine and cross over. I'm going to add a little bit laterally flex of the thoracic spine so I can get that latissimus dorsi open up, the armpit open up. Feels so good. And return. So extra bonus there. And touch, grab hold, upper rotate the scapula a little more. Okay, but scapula's down, right, because you upper rotate. And see, I drop my chin down too. And exhale and laterally flex. And return, last one. And so I'm just showing you, we're doing on 3 times. If you're very tight, inhale, exhale, you do 3 very good ones. Allow your body getting the message first, okay? Don't do just so many. Remember, quantity is never what we focus on, it's the quality. If you do wrong many times, you get in trouble. So from here, the second part of this, probably the third part. So I'm grab, okay, touch, and now grab, sorry. I'm gonna reach my hand to the opposite scapula. Can you see that? So opposite scapula. Then you add a little more, 1. So that's, again, so same idea like the one we did the bending, right? You can also add bending. So that's your long-headed triceps. Connect right to the scapula. And the lateral portion of the scapula. And return. So if you feel flexible, if you've done this before, you can just add in the lateral flexion to it. If not, just waking up is like screaming, right? If you feel the stretch is screaming, that's mean you're very tight. And your body says, hello, hello, hello. And so you're gonna listen, those are messenger, right? Remember, sensation from your body is messenger. They're so good. If you have food poison, your body does what? Oh, bring water in, I'm gonna get rid of all of them. So then then the diarrhea come. And don't be afraid of it, let it go. Let everything go, drink lots of water, flush everything out. Right? Don't stop the diarrhea unless you have 3 days diarrhea, something went wrong. So then you have to really seek the doctor and figure out what's going on. And but otherwise, and sometimes you have intolerance to the food, just do that. So figure out a lot of things, because you own a very special body. I'm gonna use the left arm but turn back to you, okay? So I'm going around. I'm gonna move this back a little bit. Here we go. So you see I'm nice and tall, my legs open, wider than my shoulders, so I'm support myself. This is my left arm. Okay, I'm reaching out diagonally, so corner of my eye, see my arm. Up rotate the scapula, so scapula is down. Laterally rotate the arm, right? It's what supinated forearm touch your center of the right, which is your spine. Same thing, coming up, exactly same grab hold, and return, and repeat. Scapula stay down, 2, and return. We're going to do 4 times. Touch, grab hold, exhale, hold, slide the finger down along the spine, 3, and the 4. So if you're very tight, you can reach into the opposite shoulder because there's too many bulk muscle here, too much. We don't need all that, right? So we need to stretch out, elongate those muscles. So we want long, lean muscles. So if you can go to here as you stretch, you may do adding the lateral flexion. So you can really feel the long head triceps. Again, you touch, grab hold, upper rotate, hollow your tummy, laterally flexed, and return. Again, here we go. Grab hold, right? Laterally flex. Otherwise, bring over to touch your opposite scapula. So whichever one that can work better for you. Sorry, my mic just popped, and it's okay. It's not falling off. So ready and go. If you're really flexible, you can just add a little more. Okay? So it's just stretching. Big. And return, come back. You wiggle out. Ah, nice return. So here we go. And that's today. I'm going to sit down so my microphone just don't drop down. Preparation, right? I didn't make it loose enough, so as soon as I start stretching, the clip pops right up. That's okay. It's not coming off. There are lots of things to think about. So today we did biceps, distal, proximal, using the counter, right? And lunging, you get extra bonus, stretch the quadriceps and hip flexors. You're strengthening actually, right? So the long, called eccentric contract, very good. And then we work on the tricep, distal and proximal. So don't worry about distal. Distal stretching a lot because our arm always bend. It's this, because if you bend here, we don't reach arm up enough, right? And when we do reach up, we use the scapula and still not stretching, right? So see how kind of complicated we are? You know, give it a complication is what? Acquire knowledge. So listen and use your mind, understand the body with anatomy, kinesiology. Then you know how to move them properly and prevent injury. And also, right, I teach Qigong on Thursday, which is what? Ageless exercise, Qigong Tai Chi Chuan. So lots to talk about, and it's fun, okay? Take good care, and see you next week, on Monday evening or Tuesday, that's when I'm uploading. And if you like to know more, and Thursday is, right, ageless exercise with Qigong and Tai Chi Chuan. Thank you so much. Take good care.